again, I go to this wedding. It's my girlfriend's friend. I don't know anybody, so I awkwardly find a table to sit down at. And turns out the guy I'm sitting talking to is an aerospace engineer. And I'm like, seriously? So here I go, and I got to reach to try to understand what he's talking about, So, but then it gets strange because a couple more guys sit down, and one of the guys is a rep for Novo Nordisk. So he starts telling me all about what they're working on and the interesting things behind the scene. And some of this is just public knowledge. Apparently, okay, so I'll go through this real quick. Here's what he told me. Apparently they're working on a glucose-respondent insulin in combination with semaglutide or a similar compound. So in other words, it's a 2-in-1. So I looked this up. Yep, sure enough, here we go. This is right here. This study, I don't know if this is the very same one, but this is the same type of thing. In fact, Novo Nordisk actually just bought a company that specialized in glucose responsive insulin. So when you eat and your glucose goes up, your blood glucose goes up, it actually responds then and only then, so you don't bottom out. So interesting stuff. And apparently they're going to combine that. And this is an example of just such a thing. Tirzepatide, this is New England Journal of Medicine. Tirzepatide is a dual glucose-dependent insulinotropic, is that correct? Polypeptide and glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist that is under development. So pretty interesting stuff. They also talked about, well, I could not find a study backing this up as completely as I would like. I did find one that was somewhat related, but he talked about their 5-year study where it basically it showed that GLP-1 agonists actually reversed the diabetes symptoms of insulin-dependent diabetes to where people didn't need insulin anymore. So I don't know how well known this is, and if somebody out there has seen this study and could link it in the comments, I would really appreciate it. And the third thing was some interesting stem cell research that's going on. We all know there's stem cell research going on, but apparently there's, it's about 5 years off, but they believe that they have a stem cell therapy that can be used just via injection, to where one injection will actually take care of like a lesion in the heart or something like that. So I think if that's the case, we're probably looking at, I would guess, stem cell encapsulated in, like, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I was going to say maybe encapsulated in like the AAV virus, I'm talking, 7 days of not eating empty, right? So at the end of my fast, my waist measured 36 inches, I'm sorry to say. But I was disappointed. I thought it'd be a little smaller than that. But that's what it was at the end of the fast. I lost about an actual inch off my waist during the fast. Well, guess what? I get up today. I still weigh 201, though I'm starting to fill out a little more. As you can see, I know the lighting is ridiculous, goon lighting, but compare it to my last video, my muscles are rounder and fuller. So my waist is 35 inches this morning. So I've been eating for a week and I lost an inch off my waist. What happened? Right? It kind of freaked my girlfriend out a little bit. She's watching all this go down. But I think what happened was I started off a little bit low on NAD in my body. And I began my injections here and there about a month ago. And that whole run where I was doing keto and the 6.5, 7 day fast, whatever it worked out to be. But for about 12-day run, something like that, I was taking injections every single morning. And I think I got my levels up so high, I don't know. Somebody please correct me. I know I'm just talking off my head here, okay? But I think that it just ramped that up so much that my metabolism just kind of has stayed ramped up. Like, whereas usually in a fast, you would think by the end of 7 days or so, your metabolism would be low. So I think it just kind of sent my metabolism for a little boost or something. So, hey, anyway, I'll take it. I'll take a little less fat. And it does lend itself to some questions of how this could be used in a bulking phase. You could actually stimulate carb cycling without having to actually drastically change your carbs too much. That's one way. So say you're starting to spill over a little bit, you could take 2 days, just eat reasonable carbs, pump up a little bit of volume on the weights to burn out the glycogen, and use NAD+, which kicks out that glycogen quickly, it really supports that process. You'll be flat for a day or two, but it'll reset your your stores so that you can empty out once in a while and fill back up. It helps with your insulin sensitivity. It helps with, I would imagine, and also helps you keep from getting fat. If you can stay at 90% topped off, rotating, I think that's kind of ideal. But a lot of us, I love to eat Reese's.